Hi, Dr. Soros, the Mystical Professor. How are you today? Getting on here real quick to talk to you again about how to eliminate trauma, PTSD, abuse. The brain is a very interesting muscle, and I call it a muscle because it is malleable. It comprises mostly gray matter, and memories can be changed. Scientific imaging and research from endless research studies have proven that when individuals who experience trauma or abuse in any type can take that old memory in a sense replace it with a memory that is obviously more conducive to what you want to experience, and that will benefit you. Okay, Neville and Abdullah talked about revision. I pride myself in it. I've been using revision now for 7 years since I found Neville, and I use it all day long. I was abused by my ex-husband along with my children. He was arrested for it. He even went on and married a woman, and he beat her up too. Well, that's her problem now. But I had to watch him abuse my children and me, and I walked in fear. So not only have I removed or replaced with positive images that I wanted to experience, I also removed fear and replaced fear with love. Just like the menace or whatever that just stabbed and killed an innocent young lady in North Carolina and then did what they did to Charlie Kirk, I've revised that too. I yearn for world peace, because the reason why patterns happen, and I know all about patterns, and that's why I don't like teaching patterns, because if you replace a memory that was traumatic or evil with one that is loving and good, it will potentially change the future, even though creation is finished. And remember, the only power that you have is in the now. So the worst thing you can do, if ever a thought came back where he injured me, and I'm like, oh, so then I'm like he threw a rock one time at my ankle, right? And it hurt to run because I was an avid runner. And I was like, no, that didn't happen. I replaced it with something, that the rock missed me, for example. No, the rock missed my ankle. I wish that I could go back and obviously know this information then, but eventually I did find the information, and it resonated with me. This is the only way, besides doing, subliminals and hypnosis, to remove, and I have those as well. I have hundreds of subliminals. I created several to eliminate fear, trauma, abuse. Use them. As you're falling asleep, I would never fall asleep anymore now that I know the truth about the being that I am and the way that the brain works. Because especially with trauma, because those events that happened to me, why I saw him punching and kicking my children, or, he shoved me into a wall or threw an object, he mostly threw objects at me, or used pressure points on me. I've replaced it with, no, the object missed me, or that, that it was a loving embrace instead. So if it comes to my mind still, okay? I tell myself that I've lived a perfect life, because you don't want to continuously repeat those patterns. I've spent decades being abused. It started when I was a child. My siblings, my father, my mother, I've forgiven them, and I've replaced those memories with that we were a loving, perfect, harmonious family. So I'm not asking anybody to do something that I haven't done, so I put it to the extreme test, like Neville would say. based on science, because I know that the brain doesn't know the difference between an imaginal, the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between an imaginal scene and one that you are experiencing out here. It doesn't have eyes. Okay? So why not use this to your advantage, this information that has been scientifically proven from PET and fMRIs? This is the fastest way to overcome and not allow this to continue as a cycle. Why do you think, if you look back in a lot of, like for me, I spent decades, I'm not joking, being abused because I kept reliving those moments over and over again, and I no longer do that. If they come up, like I said, oh no, I've had a perfect life. And I know, and I replace it with a loving, no, this is what happened, especially one that is cemented in there because of an emotion. Because when an emotion is accompanied with a memory, it's really embedded in there. And what happens, we know it reflects outward. So if you replace it with something loving and beautiful, it changes everything. I will never be abused again. Now, if you are in an abusive situation right now at this moment in time, leave. Call 911 if you're in danger. I'm not telling you to sit there and revise if your life is in jeopardy. Okay, I'm telling you to use this if you've moved on, but you still dwell on these things and you're depressed, you have PTSD, because I was diagnosed with depression and PTSD. Okay? I was court-ordered to counseling because domestic violence was significantly proven because of my ex-husband against me and my children. You can go look at the cases. I wouldn't lie to you. The only way that I've been able to successfully overcome the things that he did to me and my children was from replacing those ugly memories with beautiful, loving ones. And I did it. So I don't think about it anymore. I don't think about what he did to me anymore. The only reason why I'm getting on here to talk about it, because I don't ever talk about it anymore, is to teach you. Because I don't want you to live the life that I've lived. In pain, depression, making my hair jump off my scalp, working out so hard that I felt that was, I needed to be punished. No, you can't feel guilty. Tomorrow, if I don't do a live with Pierre Eddy, I'm going to come on and explain to you how I start my day, my daily routine. Because I don't live in a state of fear, because I know that we are eternal beings. We are spirits. We are gods having a human experience as stated in our good book. It's true. I live in the spiritual world. I focus in the spiritual world. I ignore what's going on here. No, I do not like what happened yesterday. No. But I replaced it because my goal is to help everybody understand the being that they are. If those people had known who they were, they wouldn't do things like that. There's no such thing as race or sex. We are above we're above religion, race, sex. That's the true being you are. Go listen to Neville. I know it. I've seen the being meditating me. I'm not a schizophrenic. The only thing I'm guilty of is drinking water and drinking coffee and eating a healthy diet. I'm working out. I believed Neville. I followed his lectures and applied it to my life. I'm here to help you forge new neurological pathways, eliminate the trauma, eliminate the abuse, so that you don't continuously cycle it through your life. I hope that this has helped. You can eliminate PTSD, you can eliminate trauma, and you can eliminate abuse. Replace it with love. I personally revise all day long. There's something that I don't see, like the kids are in there screaming right now, my grandchildren. You know what? No, they're behaving and loving to one another. No, that girl got on and off that bus in a loving fashion. No, Charlie Kirk is still alive. You can, we don't want to continue these kinds of patterns. Accept who you are and be grateful for being here. Have a love for life. Replace fear with love. Replace ashes with beauty. Replace mourning with joy. So when Neville said it's in the book, The Search, and I will include it at the end, because he found out what we're here for. We're here to experience life at the best, but we came here to learn who we really are. You're a spirit having a human experience. You came down. You were chosen in him before the foundation of the world. Do not let this three-dimensional or physical world, claim who you are or label who you are. You choose, you decide, go within. You choose it for yourself. Embody a state at the very least of gratitude, love, joy, harmony, and watch what happens out here. All right? Unless you want to be in those states, unless you want to be in a state of poverty, unless you want to be in a state of abuse. I'm here for those who don't want to be, because I love you, I care about you, I want you to I don't want you to experience what I experienced. I want you to learn from what I have been through. You can heal. You can be a different person. You just choose it for yourself. Don't forget to breathe. Walk as though you've had a beautiful life your whole life. You've never experienced abuse. What's that? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Love. I'm here still making subliminals. All you have to do is ask me for free. Please don't hesitate to comment, share, and subscribe, because I am your favorite YouTube professor here to deliver the truth and to help you. Take care.